Welcome to Mr. Erbac's Gaming.
The Contra series of games is an immensely popular franchise of run-and-gun shooters. It was especially popular on the NES with Contra and its sequel, Super C. Naturally, it would get a spin-off on the Nintendo's baby brother, the Game Boy. Operation C would release in North America on the Nintendo Game Boy on February 1991, developed by Konami and published by Ultra Games. Released in Europe on May 21, 1992 as Probotector, published by Palcom Software, published by Mattel in Australia, published by Konami for a January 8, 1991 release in Japan. Contra fans should be happy to see they can gun down aliens on the go, so grab your Game Boy and your rifle. Well, okay, just your Game Boy, and get moving, soldier. So here's the American version story via the instruction booklet.
Today's menu features homegrown aliens. Corporal Lance, codenamed Scorpion, is no slouch when it comes to manned alien combat. He and his partner Sergeant Bill Mad Dog Coe have twice defeated Red Falcon, the most despicable villain to overtake a planet, or at least try. But the danger is not over yet. The vile Black Viper has come from deep space to finish what Red Falcon started, and he did not come alone. Black Viper has transported a battalion of Battletron tanks, stealth subs, laser cannons, and annihilating androids. Now, from a secret naval base on a desolate ocean island, he is planning to unleash his hideous secret weapon, a new mutant breed of killer aliens. Armed with an array of devastating weapons, Scorpion's new mission is to infiltrate the 5 freak-laden levels of the enemy base and put an end to the madness and Black Viper once and for all. As he prepares to enter the secret army base alone, he knows it will take more than sheer firepower to wipe out Black Viper's horrific horde of mega mutants. Scorpion will have to keep his eyes peeled sharp for unceasing assaults by artillery snipers and keep his wits about him as he leaps into battle against grotesque genetic mishaps. The revival of the aliens must be stopped and the ambitions of the evil Viper vanquished forever. As with previous Contra games for the NES, details of the game settings differ between them. In the Japanese version, the enemies are identified as the army of an unnamed hostile nation that is seeking to use an alien cell to produce weapons. The player also takes the role of Lance instead of Bill. Lance is previously the Player 2 character from previous installments. Your mission kicks off at a city harbor before blasting your way to an island where the source of the invasion is located. There are 5 action-packed levels in this game. If you play previous Contra games, you can pick up and play immediately. Except in this one, you can hold the B button, since you start out with machine gun instead of the default generic weapon from previous Contra games. So as I said, you start off with a machine gun, but there are a number of power-ups that will allow you to upgrade your weapon. There is the fire gun, which shoots explosive balls of energy. On contact, they spread 4 additional fireballs in 4 different directions for further damage. Another weapon is the popular spread gun. This allows players to fire in a spreading pattern. Where you start with 3 shots, you can then add an additional spread and increase the spread to 5 bullets a shot. Probably the most effective weapon upgrade in the game is the heat-seeking shots of the homing gun. They act like a simple spread shot, but go into an appearing enemy's direction automatically. You can stand safely out of harm's way where your shots hit the weak points of a mini-boss or boss. You start off with 3 lives, your 2 extra lives represented by the medals on screen, and 1 hit kills you. For every 20,000 points you earn, that gets you an extra life, which your chime sound indicates. It's 30,000 points after that. Every level has an end boss. Every level except the first level has a mini-boss. 2 of the stages have top-down levels like Ikari Warriors, which may have inspired the top-down levels of Super C. These levels are the better controls and faster gameplay of Super C. Contra is well known for being a difficult game. This version is slightly easier since not as many enemies can appear on screen at once because of weaker hardware. The heat-seeking weapon also makes the game less difficult if you can hold on to it.
The game will be pretty tough for some. If you need practice or can't get through the game with the standard amount of lives, there is an extra lives code like in previous NES Contra games. The classic Contra look is well reflected in this Game Boy conversion. The graphics are as good as they could be on this system that has limitations. The characters and backgrounds are well drawn. The music is well done. It's very similar to the NES Contra music. The sound effects are pretty solid as well. One downside to this game is the jumping, which feels slightly off. You have to be extra careful not to die jumping gaps. You can jump really high, but you can only make small gaps. Though as expected, the game is not as fun as the NES Contra games, and is a little bit shorter. This is still a successful conversion and a nice addition to the Contra series. I do like it better than the arcade versions. This is as good as you can get on the go for the original Game Boy hardware. I give this a 7.5 out of 10.